Hi, my name is Steve Sheridan, the inventor of Magic Wallet. Welcome to the tutorial. Let's start it up. What does it do? It produces money in all sorts of currencies. It's the end of the recession. You can move around single coins. Look at the physics. Everything just adjusts itself. You can pour out a few coins, maybe buy a little something. But most importantly, if you're really in dire need of a coin, just reach into the screen and grab whatever is necessary. This tutorial will show you how to do all this exactly and how to do it best. Let's get into the cool Hottrix menu by pressing the bottom right of the screen. Whether your screen is full of coins or empty, the bottom right will always get you into the cool Hottrix menu. Which currency would you like to appear? There's a whole bunch of currencies, all major currencies really in the world are in Magic Wallet. Little selector comes up and you just pick whichever currency wherever you're traveling, hit OK, and that's the kind of coin that will appear later on. The coins are made to look really realistic, so they're not the catalog kind of looking coins. They're really coins that you would just find inside a pocket. It makes you look extremely authentic. Here's another cool thing in the Hottrix menu. It's called Scene. You can define on which background your coins appear. By default, it's that leather thing that looks like a wallet, but you can also choose a picture from your photo roll. And the coins will appear on that actual picture. This gives you an option also to create a screenshot of your actual home screen and have coins appear on your home screen. Hottrix, of course, built a little secret in there. It's that little X. The little X, first of all, would erase the image that you've taken from your photo roll and just revert it back to that leathery background. But if you hold that X down for more than 6 seconds, the iPhone's default home screen appears. It's actually my home screen. Here it is. And again, you can create your own one and put it in there via photo roll. Also, if you hold down that X for more than 10 seconds, a fake home screen of an iPod Touch appears. That way, you can pretend to have your coins appear inside your iPod Touch or your iPhone. If you're bored with that screen, just hit the X and it reverts back to the leather. The first item really pretty much speaks for itself. Sound. Should it be on or off? Now remember, if it's on and you cannot hear anything, make sure your mute button on the iPhone or iPod Touch is not turned on. Your phone or your iPod Touch is mute if you see the red button. Also, if it's not mute, the sound is on and you still cannot hear anything, make sure the volume buttons are all the way up. And here's my favorite part of the Hottrix menu. It's called Finger. That moment when you reach into that screen and grab a coin, it is not your real finger. It's actually a computer-generated finger that we're providing for you. But what's really cool about it is you can make that finger look like your own. You can change the length, make it really little, you can make it really thin, or make it really, really large. It really depends on how your own finger looks. So you just match it up next to your real finger and make it look like what it is. Also, depending on your skin tone, you can just adjust it to pretty much match. Should you get lost along the way, just hit that little reset button and you get back to an average size finger. What I find is, seeing as the effect takes place behind glass and lit by a computer screen, you don't really have to match the skin tone and the size exactly. Usually a tad darker makes it look more authentic. Don't know why, that's just the way it is. Next up, we have the timer. The way you trigger that fake finger to appear inside your screen is by tapping either the leather or the background while you perform it, or by double tapping a coin. Now, that finger could appear instantly after you tap, or it could appear with a little delay, and that's what that timer function here is for. I find 2 seconds really cool. So you tap the screen, it waits for 2 seconds, then that fake finger appears. Now if you have a difficult time in keeping time, we have an additional helper. It's called the buzz. The buzz gives you a little vibration just before that finger appears. So you tap the screen, It waits for 2 seconds, then it buzzes, vibrates. This only works for iPhones, of course, and then that fake finger appears. That way you don't have to look onto the screen to see when that finger appears. Also, it buzzes once more just before that finger goes out. So that way, you just wait for the buzz, then pretend to stick your finger in there by just putting it behind the iPhone or iPod Touch, wait for the next buzz, and then pull it out. So that is what the buzz function is for. Well, let's try out that finger action. Hit OK, and hit OK here. And the coins start pouring. See how beautifully realistic they move? Remember, you can also just tap single coins, move them around, pour out partial contents off your iPod Touch or iPhone screen. And now, let's trigger that finger. 2 ways, the empty spot or double tap a coin. Let's try an empty spot. It waits for 2 seconds, it buzzes, and now that fake finger comes in, buzzes again, and moves up. Now all you have to do is follow with your actual hand and pretend. So let's try the other version. Let's double tap a coin. It waits for 2 seconds, buzzes. Now you just move your finger behind it, and up you go. And here you have a quarter. Where'd that quarter come from?
It's extremely simple. The hand that's holding the iPhone also conceals a coin. Now your index just comes and grabs it. I'll show you 3 more cool techniques at the end of this video.
By default, when you start Magic Wallet, instantly the coins start popping up. That's great fun for a little gag. There's also a menu item though called Magic Fill. Let me show you what that does. Ooh. It's called Magic Fill. You turn it on, and all it does is show you the empty wallet. Now, the few of you who use iBeer or iSoda know about this. You can hold your iPhone like this, put your thumb secretly onto the screen, and that way actually trigger the action. In this case, actually the coins. So hold your thumb secretly on the leather, have somebody yell, "Money!" and then just lift your finger secretly and money starts popping up. You can pretend to buy money or read somebody's fingerprint or scan somebody's ID with the Magic Fill function. As for pouring out the coins, I found that it's not really necessary to have a whole bunch of real coins that fall out of the screen. We've programmed Magic Wallet to make the noise seem like a bunch of coins actually hit your hand. Listen to that. Usually that is really enough. It really seems like a bunch of coins hit that hand, and all you need to do now is either put them in your pocket or wherever else you'd like to do that. Inside your pocket you could then grab a bunch of coins and show them to people. I just feel that people already saw you pull out a coin from that screen, so they're never going to question really whether you can produce money like this or not. But be my guest to produce real coins by having them inside your hand, tilting the iPhone over and letting them drop into your hand. As always, if you have any questions or comments, do not hesitate to contact us. We reply to every email and we return every call. There's 3 ways for you to hide a quarter behind your iPhone and just pull it out. A simple, a medium, and a more difficult way. Let's start with the simplest way. Simplest way is just have your index hold the coin this way and the other fingers hold the iPhone. It looks extremely natural, and all you do is then slide the coin down and up again. Let me show you that from this perspective. As soon as that fake finger comes in, you just do this and pull out the coin. I use this a lot. Very simple. Next up would be holding the coin with the other hand, with the hand that's holding the iPhone. And all you do is grab the finger from the other hand. What this does is it does block you in a way. Theatrically, it doesn't look that clean. And this brings us to the next option. You start with the coin held by the pinky down here. This way, theatrically, you can be open, produce the coins, And as soon as that hand reaches over to grab the phone for the hand to come in, you can show this hand empty because you've just switched the coin over. Let me show you that motion once more. You start off like this, hand comes over to grab the phone. That's when the coin is taken over. And then you reach in and just slide the coin up. Even though this sounds like it's the most difficult technique, give it about 10 minutes of practice and perform it once or twice in front of people. You'll notice it's quite simple and very amazing.